Did you know that the motion picture industry sponsored a commemorative coin? On December 5th, 1922, a bill was introduced in the United States Senate by Senator Hiram Johnson of California. It called for the coining of not more than 300,000 half dollars in commemoration of the 100th anniversary of the enunciation of the Monroe Doctrine. It further stated that the coins shall be issued upon request of the Los Angeles Clearinghouse upon payment by such clearinghouse to the United States of the par value of the amount of their face value. The bill was signed into law on January 24th, 1923. It seemed most unusual that the Los Angeles Clearinghouse, and not a commission set up to arrange a centennial celebration, should be the original recipients of the coins. Inquiry to the Los Angeles Clearinghouse by the American Numismatic Association brought a response from a group of whose letter read, Monroe Doctrine Centennial, First Annual American Historical Review and Motion Picture Industry Exposition, commemorating the 100th anniversary of the Monroe Doctrine, June 4th, 1923 to June 30th, 1923. Under the direction and supervision of the motion picture industry, the letter read, I take pleasure in stating that the object of the proposed issue of a Monroe Centennial Souvenir Half Dollar is that we may use same for the purpose of raising funds with which to justify the great cost of reproducing the highlights of American history, which reproduction is to be supervised by a historical commission composed of the heads of universities, colleges, and secondary educational institutions in the state of California. Upon the presentation of these reproductions, a series of educational films may be made as a contribution to civilization to be used in connection with our schools and other educational agencies. We tend to agree with Arlie R. Slabaugh, who wrote in the United States commemorative coinage. I suspect that the underlying idea was not so much to obtain money as to obtain good publicity. Even back then, there were people who thought motion picture should be less entertaining and more educational and uplifting. The coin pictures busts of James Monroe and John Quincy Adams, President and Secretary of State, respectively, who jointly formulated the United States policy that European governments should not interfere in problems of the American hemisphere. The reverse pictures the Western Hemisphere, the dates 1823 to 1923, and the words Monroe Doctrine Centennial, Los Angeles. There were 274,077 struck. Since many could not be sold at a premium by the commission, they were released at face value, making the coins scarce in uncirculated condition.